Hey guys, it's Lady Chisom here and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about hyperpigmentation. I've noticed that hyperpigmentation is a common skin challenge for a lot of people in this part of the world, right? I'm a Nigerian by the way, so I live in Africa, and a lot of people in this part of Africa or in this part of the world tend to experience hyperpigmentation. So what is hyperpigmentation? First of all, I need you guys to understand that hyperpigmentation is not a disease condition. Hyperpigmentation is a term used to describe darker areas of the skin. So when you have dark patches or dark spots and all of that on your skin, that is hyperpigmentation. We have the different types of hyperpigmentation. We have the melasma, and this is caused by hormonal changes in the body. It could be seen in pregnant women or women on some form of contraceptives. It can also be seen in people who experience hormonal imbalance. Another form of hyperpigmentation is the sunspots or the age spots, and this is caused by overexposure to the sun. So when you expose yourself so much to the sun, you tend to experience this type of hyperpigmentation. Another type of hyperpigmentation is the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and this is caused by inflammation or injury to the skin. So when you experience any type of inflammation or injury on your skin, you have the possibility of coming down with hyperpigmentation. A very good example of this type of hyperpigmentation is the acne scar. So what happens is when you have acne on your face, it causes a local inflammation, and that triggers the melanocytes to produce more melanin, and when more melanin is produced, you have hyperpigmentation on that area. Let's quickly look at other risk factors that could lead to hyperpigmentation. Like I mentioned earlier, we already mentioned sun exposure and then inflammation to the skin. So other risk factors include, the use of whitening product or lightening products, as the case may be. It's been found that some of the ingredients that are used in most of these whitening products or lightening products are photosensitive. So when they react to the sun, they tend to trigger hyperpigmentation. Other factors include pregnancy, contraceptives, like in the case of melasma. And then darker skin people are at risk of having hyperpigmentation compared to fairer skin people. This is because the melanocytes in darker skin people are hyperactive or are more active compared to the melanocytes in fairer skin people. Now, how does hyperpigmentation come about? Like we all know, hyperpigmentation is actually caused by overproduction of melanin, right? So when melanin is produced in excess, it causes hyperpigmentation. This melanin is the pigment that is responsible for different skin color, eye color, our hair color. Also, melanin helps protect the skin against UV damage, and this is why you find darker skin people not prone to sunburn compared to lighter skin people, because they already have this melanin on their skin, so it acts as a protective factor against the UV damage. Now, let's quickly look at the biochemical pathway by which hyperpigmentation occurs. Right? It's important for you to have this information because it will guide you in taking decisions regarding to hyperpigmentation treatment. Okay? So in the skin, we have a skin cell called melanocytes, right? We all have the same number of melanocytes. Whether you're dark skin or your fair skin, we have relatively the same number of melanocytes. The only difference here is that the melanocytes in darker skin people are hyperactive compared to the melanocytes in fairer skin people. That is the reason why you see hyperpigmentation mostly in darker skin people. Let's quickly look at the biochemical pathway by which hyperpigmentation occurs, right? So I'll try my best to simplify it in a way that you would be able to understand. So there are different things that goes on, right? But I wouldn't want to go into the details of how this is converted to that. So one thing, or the major thing I want you to understand, is that in the skin we all have melanocytes. So this melanocyte is a skin cell within our skin. So in this melanocyte, we have a mineral acid or an amino acid called tyrosine, and when tyrosine is broken down, we have the production of melanin. So the enzyme that breaks down this tyrosine is known as tyrosinase. So tyrosinase breaks down tyrosine within the melanocyte to produce melanin. So I think I should leave it at this. We have different ingredients that inhibit the activities of tyrosinase and stop tyrosinase from breaking down tyrosine, and such ingredients are known as tyrosinase inhibitors. When tyrosinase is inhibited, or when you stop the activities of tyrosinase, you're able to stop it from breaking down tyrosine, and like I said, when tyrosine is not broken down, you won't be able to have melanin. Let's quickly look at different ingredients to look out for when treating hyperpigmentation. Number one ingredient that has been proven to be effective against hyperpigmentation is hydroquinone. Now, hydroquinone has been proven to be a carcinogen, right? Even though a lot of people still use hydroquinone, lower dose of hydroquinone may not give such side effect, but of course it has been documented to be a carcinogen. And of course, I don't encourage dark skinned people or people in this part of the world to use hydroquinone when treating hyperpigmentation, right? Also, long-term use of hydroquinone can lead to onchronosis, okay, and you wouldn't want that. Onchronosis is like a dark patch, like a permanent dark patch on the face. Also, if you withdraw from the use of hydroquinone, there is bound to be, you tend to experience rebound pigmentation. That means your hyperpigmentation can come back with full force, much more than it was when you even started using the hydroquinone. So other ingredients to look out for, or other ingredients that have been proven to be very effective against hyperpigmentation, include your Arbutin. Arbutin is a derivative of hydroquinone, right? But it's a safer type of hydroquinone, and it has been proven to be effective against hyperpigmentation. It has a very good skin lightening properties. Another ingredient is your azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is also a very good ingredient to look out for. And studies have shown that 10 to 20% of azelaic acid, or using azelaic acid at 10 to 20% in your formulation, can be effective as hydroquinone, right? So it's 10 to 20% azelaic acid is bioequivalent or has the same efficacy as 4% of hydroquinone. Other ingredients I will also want you to look out for when treating hyperpigmentation is your vitamin C. Vitamin C is also a good skin lightening or a skin brightening product, all right? It helps to even out the skin tone and also protect your skin against free radicals. It's an antioxidant, by the way. It's a very good ingredient to look out for when treating hyperpigmentation. Also, I would also want to encourage you, if you're treating hyperpigmentation, you have to invest in the use of AHAs as your exfoliant, right? You have to exfoliate your skin. What AHA does is it helps to exfoliate dead skin cells and encourages regeneration of new skin cells. So as you're treating hyperpigmentation, it's important for you to exfoliate and remove dead skin cells. It's also going to help your products to penetrate deeper into the skin. Another ingredient to also look out for is kojic acid, but kojic acid, for some people, it irritates their skin. So if you have a sensitive skin or you always get irritated by kojic acid, you may want to avoid that. But it's a very good skin lightening product that has been proven to be effective against hyperpigmentation. You can also look out for licorice in your product. Another ingredient is your niacinamide, but it doesn't really stop or it doesn't really act on the hyperpigmentation. What it does is that it stops or it kind of reduces the transfer of melanin from the melanocyte to the top layer of your skin, right? So even when melanin is produced within the melanocyte, when you're using niacinamide, it reduces the migration of that melanin to the stratum corneum, which is the top layer of your skin. So I talked about AHA. Of course, your AHAs are your glycolic acid, your lactic acid, your mandelic acid. But if you're dark skin, like people of color, I always encourage them to look out for mandelic acid or use mandelic acid. Mandelic acid has the largest molecule, so it slowly penetrates the skin and works slowly, right? Glycolic acid, for some people, it also irritates their skin, and it has the smallest molecule, so it penetrates deeper into the skin, but it works faster. And you want to, if you have hyperpigmentation and you're dark skin, you want to take it step by step. You want to gently or gradually fade off the pigmentation. So that is why I encourage people to use mandelic acid. It's safe, it's non-irritating, and it's, like I said, it penetrates slowly into the skin. With that being said, if you have hyperpigmentation, always invest on a good sunscreen, right? The use of sunscreen cannot be overemphasized, whether you have hyperpigmentation or not. Even if you're using any lightening or whitening product or not, you need to invest in a very good sunscreen. Sunscreen protects your skin against UVA and UVB, right? So when you expose yourself to the sun, you tend to expose yourself to UV radiation. And we have three different types of UV radiation. We have UVA, UVB, and UVC. Now, UVA is responsible for the aging of the skin. What UVA does is it penetrates the skin and it destroys the elasticity of your skin, like it destroys the collagen, leading to, fine lines and wrinkles. So it makes your skin to age faster. And UVB is associated with burning. So when you expose yourself to UVB, you experience pigmentation, dark patches and all of that. And UVC, of course, is associated with depletion in ozone layers. So sunscreen might not really protect you, just for you to clear your surroundings. I think that's basically it. So if you have hyperpigmentation, it's important for you to be careful of what you're using, because if you don't go the right way, you might end up making your hyperpigmentation worse than it was. If you find this video helpful, do well to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Also, don't forget to like and share. Thank you. See you in my next video.